What's up, y'all? It's Paintbruh coming in with a shameful hobby update yet again. I know it's been a while since I've posted. I know we were working on the Arcus when I last left off, and it is still under construction or in the paint shop, I guess you could say. It's been built. But we've moved forward on some other things, kind of keeping in that same frame of mind that I'm working for a 3,000 point playable army or something around that. I want to get off my feet with some of these infantry, and I know this is kind of a slog getting these guys on the table. The tanks are fun, and I could paint tanks back to back to back and would never get tired. But I know these guys are going to wear me out. So I've gotten some base coats started on these tactical marines and some terminators and some Kennetai Blade Occult, and actually a dreadnought over there on the right corner, this plastic contemptor. But yeah, so I was sitting down the other day and I was like, I need to get a tactical squad going, but I don't want to make an order, and I'm going through my boxes and bit boxes to see what I have left over, and I've got a lot of Calth stuff, and I've got some Prospero stuff, and I've got old resin Mark III stuff sitting around. And so I start bashing some tactical marines together. And my thinking is, if we think about, the Thousand Suns on Prospero, props for my painting sticks out of cardboard, right, huh? If we think about the Thousand Suns on Prospero and then going on forwards, they got their butt kicked, kind of. On Prospero, they essentially just got wiped out. And then going forward, they're not going to have that kind of same armor support, by a Forge World. I haven't actually read the Burning of Prospero or all of Book 7 yet, so I don't know if the Zoarkod Forge World continues to support them or how that interaction works. But essentially, they're not going to have the luxury of, matching their armor mark whenever they enter combat. Or as things get broken, they're just going to slap on what they can to keep fighting. So that's my fluffy justification for smashing all these kits together. But I also want to just see if it was cool to add a little bit of variety. I think once I get them painted and washed and all up rank and file, they'll look good. So yeah, we knocked out, what is that, 20 tactical marines, or didn't knock them out, long way to go. We've got 20 tactical marines to paint. I think I've got another 10 in the simple greens still, so that'll get us up to 30. That's a really nice core to be able to play around with, and kind of fill out some infantry. I did end up getting the reds down on those other two Kennetai Blade Occult. If you've been following my videos at all, you'll see that they'd been sitting for a while and I ran out of paint. I've got a little bit of gold on this guy here, and what I'm using for that is the Scale 75 black gold, and I don't know, it's a little dark. You highlight it with the Dwarven gold, which I don't know where that is in my paint area right now. But yeah, I'm kind of playing around with that, seeing what I like the look of. We'll see. The goal for tomorrow is to start blocking in a lot of the details on these. Let's see. Also got some Cataphracti together, or rather stripped and repainted, because I had these painted as Sons of Horus before. You'll see one's missing because he was the Tester Marine, and I went way too dark on the golds, washed it out too much with Agrax, and then yeah, just needed to strip him, and I'll bring him back into line with these guys shortly. I'm going to do the shoulder pads white on these, and then the guns will be white as well, kind of like is shown in all the Forge World artwork. It adds some nice pop in an otherwise heavily red model, so that's cool. Yeah, these guys just kind of have their base colors on. I still need to do the hoses on the back of these, so definitely some work still to go on them. And you can see these are all still kind of in that high gloss state. If you haven't watched my videos before, I really like to matte down, or I use a satin varnish, just cake it on to the model when the paint is done. to you know, tone down the glossiness overall, and I think it gives it a really cool, realistic metallic. It makes a candy paint look more like a red metallic. I don't know if that makes sense. I get that's what the point of the Tamiya Clears is. It's a red over metallic paint. It shows through, but I think it's almost too glossy until you put some satin or something over it. I don't know. I get hung up on that all the time. But I also got some red on a plastic contemptor that I had. I guess, what are these from, like the Count set? I had shaved off the detail that was on here, like the ribbon scroll iconography work, and I think I'm just going to put a big decal right across the front there. I think that'll look nice. So I've certainly got plenty of stuff to do. Like I said, 10 tack marines still sitting in the green stuff. Off to the side there, you might be able to see some resin bits for another 5 counter-tie bladicle to bring me to 10. So let's see, what does that put me at? I've got 25, 30, what is that, 50 infantry I'll have when I've got everything assembled and cleaned. So that's going to be a fair bit of painting. And then keep in mind I have the Arcus off screen, and then the Warhammer Citadel, which is now kind of the Warhammer Citadel opening, which is now kind of turned into Warhammer, what have they called it? A Warhammer Weekender, because they've had to delay the opening. Is still occurring June 9th and 10th, but it's going to be at a hotel in Grapevine while the store is still, I'm assuming they have some construction or permitting stuff that needs to get sorted out still, that the city's probably held them up on, or who knows what. But that Warhammer Weekender will have Forge World stuff there, and I'm sure I'm going to pick something up there, if not in the way of resin for this army. I'm really wanting to collect all the black books, and I guess I don't know if I should start with book 1 because I want them all. I don't know if I should start with book 1 or get book 7 just because it's Thousand Sun specific. I know everybody's going to complain about book 7 being broken and all that, but it's got a ton of cool artwork, and I'm not really in it for the rules. And I already have, if you know where to look, you can find this stuff online anyways, so it's not like I need book 7 to be able to access things for this army. But yeah, I'd like to pick that up. So if I don't pick up more resin for the army at Warhammer Weekender and Grapevine, I will pick up some books. So I'll have something to show from that in, what is that, just a couple weeks away now. So that's really exciting. Hoping to take the camera for that. I guess I'm segueing into a little bit of open-ended talk now that I've shown you what I've done with these guys. Yeah, so Warhammer Weekender is coming up. I keep trying to say like Forge World Open Day, or you know, Warhammer Weekender just sounds odd given the fact that I should be going to it and it's going to be in Texas. Just as a really weird feel to it. So that's in a couple weeks. Yeah, hopefully I can update you guys on that. Pretty unknown what all is going to be going on there. I know there was a little bit of a push for a painting competition or something, which maybe I'd enter the Rhino or the Arcus when I finish it. Wouldn't expect to win anything, but still be fun to enter. But I don't think that's been an event that's been added to their lineup yet. Yeah, hopefully bring the camera there, do some filming. I go to the local Games Workshop store tomorrow morning, hang out, do some painting, pick up a couple paints that I'm kind of out of, meeting a guy there that I'm going to buy a couple of things from. There will be a cool little update for the channel. Those will be additions to the army, nothing big or crazy or over the top, but at some point I'll have a cool little showcase. It'll be another little Forge World unboxing that I don't know if I've seen yet on YouTube. I can't promise that. But yeah, that's what I'm up to. Hope to be coming back to you guys with a regular hobby update fairly soon. Hope everybody is also being productive in the hobby out there. Trying to think if I've got any shout outs to anybody. I'll look at my Instagram really quickly because that's where I organize all of my stuff. I know there's a guy who's doing a really cool kind of resin project, personal resin project at the moment. He and forgive me if he watches this video, because I am a big fan. I've watched all of his videos and I follow his you know, all of his media outlets. Oh, Beyond the Tabletop. Okay, that's what I wanted you guys to check out. I don't know if he's going to sell these at some point. That's the main reason I'm kind of plugging him here, because if he does start selling these, it'd be great if, you know, if you collect Solar Ox or Deathcore or, you know, Astra Militarum, if you want to pick these guys up. He's made his own side sponson, or recessed side sponson kit for Lehman Russ models. There's his name, Beyond the Tabletop. He's also got a YouTube channel. Definitely check him out. Does cool stuff. I'd been meaning to talk about it. I really like what he's done. He's yeah, casting his own upgrade bits, essentially, which I think that is really cool. So yeah, I think that's all I've got to say for this video. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.